Holism. As a nursing concept, it means to consider all the parts of a patient's health in developing and implementing a nursing care plan. Holism is closely related to the core nursing principles of advocacy, non-maleficence, and autonomy. It could be argued that without understanding of holism and a respect for autonomy, non-maleficence can only be achieved by accident, not an intent. To understand holism as a practice, we will use a model to understand the patient. The model we will use we'll call the self-healing system within systems. What do we mean by this? Let's identify the components. Self-healing. All bodies are self-healing. If we ever start to think that we have healed a patient, we must remember we never have. We can only remove or mitigate an aggravating factor, or we can augment a system to facilitate adaptation. Healing ultimately takes place within the system. So how does nursing care affect outcomes? We'll come back to that question. A system within systems. We have identified within our model that our patient is a system. That system is self-healing or adaptive, but outside that system, we have more systems. Hospital is a system and a powerful engine for measurable change, but upon discharge, its philosophies and means are outsourced, and outside its confined space, family is king. Neighborhood is safety. Church and faith are stabilizing, and social influence is saturating or lacking care. We're circling a truth here that everyone who has worked in the field and home health and hospice care knows intuitively. When a patient leaves the hospital, when a patient leaves the clinic, when a patient leaves rehab, the patient returns to the systems in which their whole person was reared prior to medical intervention. When you arrive at a person's home, you find them surrounded by hundreds of artifacts of their natural life. And when you are standing in their home, you are often closer in reality to the etiology of disease than any physician is ever going to get. That intuitive grasp that you are not the boss of someone else's systems can be lost in the standard operation of a clinical environment. Rooms are wiped clean of human offing, family constrained and uncomfortable, diet and schedules and ergonomics imposed, and social input. Pets, pitch black isolated depression, have been banned from the premises. We see numbers and we hear cues as detachable from the humanistic backdrop. Even in imminent death, we may only offer 2 or 3 solutions. Pink forms like drive-through menus in every chart, a drip when pain becomes uncontainable. I believe that it is when its agents fail to act with functional holism and instead become performative of holism only in the dictionary sense of the word that healthcare generates frustration, waste, mistrust, bitterness, and grief. Holism is remembering that we are not healing anyone. We are modifying a self-healing system within systems. So how does truly holistic nursing best influence outcomes? By correctly learning the mechanisms whereby disease has been allowed to exist in our patient, and intentionally focusing care where care is most welcome within the greater context of the patient's life.